Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show live. How's everyone doing? All right. Fantastic. You made it to the last part of the show, but not least. The thing that I marvel about living in Toronto is the number of talented people we have. And I am so happy to introduce another talented young man. He is homegrown from Scarborough. He's a hip hop and R&B artist, and he's here. Please put your hands together for Burgz.
Thank you.
You're
It's an
welcome.
honor to be here, so appreciate it. You know what I mean? The
Of
love,
course. Thank,
appreciate it.
thank you so much. And you've got some fans with you. You've got some support.
Yeah, I got my support team with me. Shout out
Amazing.
to them and shout out to the
Thank you
people in
for
the live audience as well.
thank you for coming down. So tell me, I got to know more about your background. What led you to become a musician?
Well,
And when did it start? What inspired you?
well, to become an actual musician, that was like later on in my teenage years. But the first time I actually made a song, I was actually 10 years old.
10. That was
Yeah,
your first song.
yeah. My first, I made it to a song called "What We Do" by Freeway, Jay-Z, and Beanie Siegel. They had a song called "What We Do." And it goes like, "Even though what we do is wrong." So I really like the sample they use in the instrumental. And growing up in the neighborhood of Scarborough, it's like, um, my friend had this back in those days, like this is before YouTube was even created, right?
Mhm.
And it's like they had these little skinny cheap mics, so we would just record ourselves on it. And I didn't know my voice was so deep as well, so I was like, it was just weird hearing myself unrecorded for the first time, and that's when I really
How deep can your voice go?
maybe like Barry White, I don't know, but yeah, So it's like that's pretty much my first like introduction into music like that. Well, music's a part of everybody's life too, right? So it's like me actually like hearing myself as an artist myself was like a different experience, and I kind of like that. And I was more of a sports person, but
Hmm.
later on in life, that's when I decided to be an artist because it's like it's a way to focus and stay on the right track and do something that I have a passion for it and I'm positive about, and just like staying on the right path and being good in this world pretty much. So
Yeah.
that's how I started to be an artist. Yeah,
All right. So you're leaving a really incredible mark, positive impact
yeah,
in
I
the
tried to.
community.
I tried to.
And so you've created a foundation, Lidge Entertainment, and
Yes,
so it's a record label.
yes.
Congratulations for
Thank you.
doing that. That is huge.
Appreciate
But
that.
tell me, how do you plan to take hip hop music to the international stage through your platform?
So pretty much like my background, I'm from a Jamaican heritage, right? My background is Jamaican. Yeah, my mom and dad is both from Jamaica. My dad's from a place called Kent. My dad was actually born in St. Anne's,
Okay.
but he moved to Kentcott, Kingston, in about
Woo!
yeah,
Got a
in a,
relative over there.
yeah, in a place called Prickleporn or something like that. So, and then
You
when he
know where
was
that is?
so Prickleporn, Prickleporn, yeah, yeah. So that's where my dad is from. And then when he was 5 years old, he moved to Kentcott in Kingston, and that's where he began his life. And then my mom is from St. Andrew in a place called Red Hills,
Red
and
Hills.
a place called Belvedere. So you know what I mean. So the foundation is there, and pretty much to take it in the international market, it's like that's the roots of music, and most people don't even know that hip hop comes from Jamaica as well.
Mm.
People don't
Did
even
you
know
know
that.
that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
shout out to DJ Cool Herc. You know what I mean? That's foundation. So if you want to bring it back to like the roots of the music, where actually the drum patterns and making people feel good. You know what I mean? It's like I got to bring it back to my roots, and to do that, I have to take a first class trip to Jamaica and
Mm.
bring the music there. But I have to shout out to one of my good friends named Charlie Black. He's a big international artist, and he's the person that actually made me perform for the first time in Jamaica. So I got to shout out to him.
Shout out to Charlie Black.
Yeah. And
Okay.
after that, it just expanded more into the international market. So I'm bringing hip hop and R&B all around the world, and it feels good to do that. So I'm in a newspaper, all type of stuff. So it's something that I never really seen, it's gonna happen, but
But it
think,
happened.
yeah, yeah,
And then you're here, the Nikki Clarke Show.
yeah. Thanks.
Fantastic. So let's talk a little bit more about your international exposure. So you collaborated with a number of incredible artists. We talked about Charlie Black. Well, what about some producers? Tell us about those experiences.
So, well, like when it comes to producing and like beats, like when it comes to like instrumentals and records and stuff like that, like I work with a lot of producers from like online sources from like all around the world, from Italy. You know what I mean? I worked with like people in the States, like TM88. He's from like a production called 808 Mafia, and they sell like millions of records. And I worked with them in the past, and there's a lot more like there's a lot more producers that I would love to work with, but it's just about like feeling the record, feeling the actual beat, and just laying it. It could be anybody. It could be a small producer, it could be a big producer, but as long as the beat resonates with your soul, then I would like to put a pen and pad to it, right? So that's
So,
all it is.
so what's the hook for you? What connects you to the song? Is it the bass line? That's usually what happens for
Oh
me. I like that
yeah.
bass. But what is it for you?
Um, as I was saying, like pretty much for me, yeah, it's pretty much it could be the bass, it could be the way the intro's played out. It's just that first like 10 seconds, like it has to just talk to me. And pretty much, I would know from the first 10 seconds of an instrumental whether I want to record on this beat or not.
Okay,
So yeah.
amazing. So let's talk about your origin kind of story regarding the first song
Hmm.
that you, and the first hit,
Hmm.
What We Do Freestyle,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
then it kind of catapulted you
yeah,
into
yeah,
your music career.
yeah.
Let's talk about that.
So pretty much the what we do freestyle just pretty much gained like a small recognition in the neighborhood and the community, and from there, I got like some kind of confidence to like pretty much think of like doing this thing long term, you know what I mean? And then years later, that's when I decided to take it really serious. And then the first hit song pretty much came a couple years ago now, but it's called Road Again,
Hmm.
and that played on Flow 98.7, formerly Flow 93.5, and from there, you have people calling your phone and they're like sending you voice notes and stuff like that. Like, oh my God, I can't believe this is,
This is
somebody
you.
they went to school with or something like that. And
Yeah. So you're
yeah,
inspiring them.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
inspiring them, and it's just a blessing. I got to give it to God, to be honest. And shout out to my parents as well, my mom and dad, my brothers, and my sister, my cousin, my whole family. Like, I come from a big family, and they're very supportive, And even before this whole music thing, I was really a popular guy, like in the neighborhood, in the community. So, I gotta give thanks to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So you got an incredible community of support there.
Yes, I
And
do.
that's
Appreciate
important as an artist.
it. Hmm.
And I'd like for you to tell me, what you've learned in the business of show business. I think just from my own experiences and from what I've learned from musical artists, sometimes they love the artistry so much. They love to perform, but sometimes the part of the business is, kind of obscures them. What
Yes.
what have you learned about show business?
So, first and foremost about show business, it's like punctuality and like timing. Make sure you're on time because 1 minute late or 1 minute not so late, it can really change the whole thing. You know what I mean? So like pretty much, yeah, just punctuality, professionalism. No matter if you're sick, you could be. There's so many things that happen like in this world, right? So it's like you just gotta make sure the job at hand
Hmm.
it has to be taken care of in a proper professional manner. That's one thing I learned in show business. You gotta be professional, really professional. But
Okay.
you're selling yourself, right?
Right.
You're a
You want to make a
brand
good
yourself.
impression. Yeah.
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah. So having a good attitude
Hmm.
is part of the latitude, right, in
Yes.
this business.
And that rhyme too.
Yeah,
You
I
should be a
try. I
rapper.
got some skills. Amazing, amazing. So, what's next for you? Do you have any upcoming performances that we can look
Yes.
out for here in
Yes.
Toronto or maybe abroad?
Yes. Well, I have a lot of contracts being taken care of right now about some festivals in Toronto in the summertime. I can't really speak on that right now, But I do have a show abroad in October called Extreme Fest. It's
Nice.
also in Kingston, Jamaica as well, and a lot of notable artists will be on that. Um, I just came back from performing over there in October as well with like big names like Bounty Killer and Skank Croft, a whole bunch of artists from like the old generation straight up to the new generation.
Oh, I love
And
that.
yeah,
It's like a cross generation
yeah,
of musical talent.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, so yes, so I got a few shows coming up, and people look out for the Burger Valley EP coming very soon. It's gonna be like a 6 or 7 track EP with a few of the hits that you guys know and a few some brand new records. And who knows? Maybe I'll come to Nikki Show and premiere it again.
I'd love
You
that.
know?
I love that. Yeah. What's your favorite song on the EP for the ladies?
Oh my! There's a record right now that's out right now that's gonna be on the EP, and it's a hit song right now in the club district. It's called Barbie, Burgz Barbie. Search it up anywhere on all platforms. You listen to that song. This is a nice party song, a party and dance song. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we got to look out for that.
Yeah.
Definitely. So,
hmm
who's been your biggest musical inspiration?
Well, my close like circle know that like I'm a person. I love like old school reggae and dancehall music, right?
Hmm.
Like I'm a person. I'm born in 1994, right? And it's like I be listening to music from like 1975 straight
Oh,
back to ska,
old music soul.
1980,
Yeah.
So sometimes I like just old music in general.
Uh-huh.
So like whether it's hip hop, R&B, it could be Indian music, it could be punk rock,
Hmm.
anything that just sounds good that plays on the radio, on your commercials or
Right.
music soundtracks. But for example, Barrington Levy is one of my favorite like artists, singers. You know what I mean? To this day, and like I look for him for experience, you know, inspiration, and many other artists too, like Tupac and Biggie and stuff like that. But yeah, Barrington Levy is a very good artist, and he was actually in the I think it was the Rolling Stone top singers, 200 singers,
Hmm.
and he was one of them. Could you imagine? Like it's crazy. You know what I mean? So
Amazing.
yeah,
Amazing.
so people like that I look up to in the music, really.
All right. Well, who knows? Maybe he's watching you right now,
Maybe.
and maybe there's a connection. Can I tell you something? You mentioned Barrington Levy.
Mhm.
He made a comment on my Instagram
Oh
page.
yeah?
Yeah, I was
Wow.
shocked. Yeah,
He's a
so
legend.
he's
Yeah.
a legend. He's a legend. So
Legend.
really
Shout out to
happy.
him.
Big shout out.
Wow.
All right. So tell us, how can people find you? Where can they find your music?
So you can find my music all over. If you type in my real name, Earl James Eubank, you can see me on like the Jamaica Gleaner. What's the other Jamaican newspaper called again? They have the Gleaner, and they have just the Star, of course.
The Star.
Yeah, so you can find my music online from YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify. All you do is type in Burgz, Burgz, and you'll see my face. And yeah, just anywhere you just type in Burgz, and once you see my face, you'll just see the catalog, and I should call it a lion log, but yeah, you'll see my long list of music, and you guys will just go from there.
And
Pretty
it's
much.
Burger Valley, baby.
Burger Valley.
Yeah.
Wavy, baby. Yes.
Awesome. Burgz, thank you so much. I
Thank you
appreciate
so
you.
much. I
All
appreciate it.
right.
All right.
Everybody, Burgz, connect with him on social media. Support artists.
Yep.
Support your artists.
hmm
All right. Thank you. We'll be
Nice.
right back.